Hey guys, welcome back, and today we're going to take a look at the project manager from jltools. All right, let's take a look. So the project manager consists of three tabs: the clients, the manage project, and the settings. The clients is going to be to create new projects and selecting your client. The manage is going to be all your Houdini files and version updates and commenting and different things like that. And the settings, it's going to be your setup to create a new client and your folder structures that you want to create when you create your project. So right now we have the client Lega. And if we wanted to add a new client, we could just put George, create George. And then here, these are presets for creating folder structures. So what you want to do is put in the preset name that you want. So you could choose from the drop-down menu. I already have a couple stored in here. And in here, you're going to put the name of your folders and separate them by commas. So if we were to do a test, and we can do folder 3D render. This is just so you can see what I'm talking about. Save preset. And now it's populated in here. So if I choose a different one, it'll open up, it'll auto-populate just the folders here. So if we look at test, you can see folder 3D render and doc, what we created. So if we wanted to open that up and see what's happening, is we're creating presets here. And if we take a look, here is the folder structure that we created. This is the one that project manager uses to create the folders. So we'll just delete this for now. We don't need that one. And this will, this will refresh later. Once you close if you close it and open it again, it's no longer there. All right. So we'll head over to the clients tab, and here we're going to choose our client. I already have folders here set up with the project names and stuff, but we want to create a new one. So if we wanted to go here, click on George, the new client that we created. And the first thing we do here is create a name for the project. So we could put George project. Here we select a location. I don't want you to select a directory. I already have one set here, but let's go and put just this folder. And then in the folder preset, we're going to select the standard, which is going to be just 3D textures, HDR renders, and it's going to create those. So we'll select it again, standard, and then we'll put create, and then it creates the project and the folders. So if we take a look now, if we open the directory, we can see that we got the Houdini folder, which we want. And then here are our folders. So when we double click, it actually activates the project, and it'll take us to the next tab, which is the manage project. So in here, now we're inside the directory. You can see in the top that says George is the client. Project name is George project, and then the untitled hip, because we haven't opened anything. So if we create a clean hip, it'll actually create the file and set job for us in the directory as well. So in here, now we have George project and then shot 1, version 1. So if we wanted a version up, we can press the version up. It versions up our file. If we wanted to open up directory, we can open it up in here. And then if we wanted to see the rest of the folders, we can uncheck show only hip files, check it back on. We could double click to write a comment. And that gets saved in there. We could generate a preview. So if we click on it here, generate preview. Now when we hover, we can see that there's a thing here. Let's add something here. Let's add a box. So let's add again the generate thumbnail. And now you can see that the thumbnail shows up. So that's really helpful. So when you have multiple files that have different things going on, you can quickly sort through it by just hovering over it. Let's say that we wanted to change the shot to a different name. If we So right here, update loaded with shot name. If it's 4 letters or less, the suffix for the version gets replaced. So it's going to ignore the version and the version number, and we're going to replace only the shot text here. If it's longer than 4 characters, it won't. It will actually add to that suffix. So just make sure that if you're going to do different type of parts of your project, just make sure it's 4 characters. So let's go and type in, so now we're going to do animation. So I want to save the project and update with the different shot name. So there you go. And then now we have project anim v2. All right, so let's say you already had a project that maybe you already started. So let's say open up this one, discard and open. So we had this project here, and instead we want to save to this directory. So save loaded to directory is what you would press. Okay. So now we have the car shot version 3. So that's this file here, and now it's living in our directory. So if we open it up, go to our Houdini, now we could see that we have that in there. So that's a good way to bring in other files into your directory. So let's say like you wanted to merge this project into another client and you wanted to just delete the George client. So we can just delete this. It has been deleted. And now we're in the Lega client, and we'll just select existing project. And we'll put George project, select, and we'll put George. Now when we double click on it, we could see our car project is there and everything else that we did. And then our comments get loaded up as well. All right, so I think this is pretty much it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next video.